That's no problem, as long as you...
Telecare is equipment, sensors, very light touch, which will help you live the way that you want to do.
From a local authority point of view, it's a darn cost-effective solution.
One of our main barriers when we're going into people's homes is, I don't need that, I'm not that old yet. It does what it says on the box, it works.
It just gives people reassurance that they aren't alone.
It takes the stress off the carers and the family, so the family are reassured as well.
We must be thinking about the use of Telecare as part of the menu of service options.
Our population is changing. We have greater needs and more people want support. Those same people have different expectations.
What they're wanting is some assistance to remain independent. They're not necessarily wanting the traditional offer of residential care, nursing home care, domiciliary care. They're wanting to get on with their lives, so they're wanting something that's less intrusive.
Independence can also mean enjoying the responsibility of everyday tasks, especially in a shared house.
We're in Woodmansea. It's a shared house. 3 people actually live here. We're on a real busy road where obviously anybody could sort of like wander off. And one of the areas that Telecare I thought could be used for was around sort of like safety in the home and safety sort of like in the garden.
It's Tina's fault, not mine.
Have you managed?
Good. We've got 3 people here. We've got Pam, we've got Pete and we've got Diane. And rather than this being a home, they're actually tenants. So they pay rent and we come in and we give them whatever help they need. Do you want to do some watering now? Telecare is very important, and it's also a godsend to me, because Pete has got a watch on and all he has to do is press a button, and then with this thing, this will come up with his name if he wants help, so I know he's got any problems. And the beauty of this thing is, before we had it, I had a major moment where I got worried, because I was in the garden with Pete and Pam and Diane came out and said, "He's finished." I said, "What?" And they'd let a plumber in to the front door and I didn't know anything about it. Now, with Telecare, we've got an alarm on the door. My buzzer goes off. I know we've got folks in, so I can go and investigate.
We had the sensors put on the doors and they're absolutely brilliant.
Telecare actually gives us the chance to give them a better quality of life.
But good news isn't always heard.
The barriers in my experience to getting Telecare out there in the community are leadership. How do we get people to talk about it? How do we get people who are leaders themselves to suggest, have we thought Telecare? Have we got this part of the agenda with our strategic partnerships?
Leading from the top is very important, a commitment from the top. So that sets the tone for the organisation.
I've done 2 financial evaluations which identified it produced 33 and 38% efficiencies on a standard package of care. We can't turn our backs on that. We must think about it.
Within the setting of a care home, Telecare can bring real benefits to residents and care teams.
Woodfield House is a residential home, plus it's a dementia care unit, plus we have a day centre for day services for elderly people. Before, I used to be a senior night carer here and it was a big responsibility. There was only 2 members of staff, myself and another colleague, and you're responsible for the whole building.
Woodfield's range of Telecare runs from push-button call pendants to floor mat sensors and door alarms.
Some clients are very confused, so when they come out of the room they don't know where they are, and which then they get agitated. Obviously, if the door alarm goes off, we're there straight away and able to calm a situation before it gets out of control. It's not just the door alarms and the mats, there's the pendants, so, you know, if they should need us, they just press the pendant and we're there straight away.
Right, well, I'm Maureen and this is Jean, my elder sister. A couple of years ago, she fell one day and broke her elbow and then kept falling, you know, after that, and she's had 1 or 2 slight strokes and left you with, you can't walk very well, can you? Mr. Harrison, the doctor you saw, yeah. She's got this, you know, around her neck and a thing at the side of the bed there, which is very good because she tries to get up. She's very independent and falls.
So it's made a difference?
Oh, yes, yes it has, yeah. She couldn't manage without it really now.
No. Gone are the days where clients used to sit and shout, "Help, help," you know, and from a staff's point of view, you just know that they've got that, and if they need you, they can buzz for help.
As technology moves ahead, so Telecare's reach extends, delivering reassurance and support in many forms. The Just Checking system.
The Just Checking system is a device that can be used particularly for people who are showing early signs of dementia, and these are recording devices and they just monitor movement. So what you're seeing on the Just Checking website is movement only. We can use this information to make the care more appropriate for that person.
A simple watch device with different uses.
Right, well, it's a watch where the staff wear. They use it in the dementia care unit. Obviously, they didn't want a pendant or something big, so it's quite subtle, really. They can press just the bottom of the watch, and that alerts the call bell system, and the staff come and aid that person.
And the simplicity of a bed sensor is its greatest asset.
It goes under the mattress, it's plugged in, they're on that, and as soon as they get off it or fall, it alerts us and we're in there to see what the problem is. Good idea.
As organisations, we become somewhat set in our ways. With any new product, you'll have those who take it up fairly early and those who are late coming to a product. But if you can begin to see it's actually costing you not to invest in this, then the barriers very quickly disappear.
While Telecare does minimise risk, in any environment it certainly doesn't take away jobs.
Some of the carers were very wary of the technology and almost thought that the technology was going to come in and replace their jobs. And it was about us explaining to them that it's about us working differently and to enable them to spend more quality time with one user.
For a local authority, priorities change. But what matters is keeping pace with developments that help shape a better future.
If you're coming to our door, the first thing we want to talk to you is about Telecare, and then we want to talk about reablement. Because with those two together, we believe you will need less care.
We always have to remember this is public money that we are dealing with and handling here, and therefore we have to find the most efficient and effective usage of it.
All the evidence points to the money savings for health and for social care. We can prevent admissions, we can get people out of hospital quicker by having the Telecare and the assistive technology support.
What is the measure of success? And the measure of success for us is fairly simple as a directorate. How many people can we support well, most cost effectively? Practical solutions. And Telecare stands out as one of those practical solutions.